Living in this world, I don't seek to be virtuous, only to have no regrets in my heart. In the journey of being human, the word virtue is a mirror that illuminates every action. But in life, there are times when people cannot be perfect, cannot uphold virtue in every circumstance. Life is full of contradictions. Sometimes we're forced to choose. Sometimes we must stand up to protect ourselves. And in those moments, virtue can feel tinged with helplessness. Yet, there is something more important than all else: having no regrets in one's heart. Having no regrets means looking in the mirror into your own eyes and still seeing clarity. It's like a soft pillow, so when night falls, you rest your head without the gnawing sting of remorse. That is true serenity, a measure more noble than any external standard. A person who lives without regrets is like a tree standing firm in a storm, its roots deep in the earth. Its leaves may fall, but its core remains steadfast. Indeed, living without regrets is what brings true freedom and peace. Money may be lost, status may change, but if you hold on to the purity of your heart, your worth remains intact. Thus, that simple reminder is not just a way of living, but a guiding light. Live so that when you look back, your heart still smiles with you. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. A bell's chime that prompts us to pause amid life's relentless rush. How many of us chase distant goals, a better job, a bigger house, a fuller life, while forgetting that happiness lies not at the finish line, but in each step along the way. Happiness is when you wake in the morning and see sunlight shimmering through the window. It's in the clear laughter of children, the warm fragrance of a steaming cup of tea, or simply a warm embrace amidst life's chaos. These are the small moments that weave the sweet tapestry of life. If you see happiness as a destination, you'll run forever, exhausted, because no endpoint is ever truly complete. But if you see happiness as a journey, you'll learn to savor each note of life's melody, cherishing every moment that unfolds. Happiness isn't tomorrow, nor when you have more, it's today. In this breath, this step, this smile you give and receive, slow down a little. Feel each day, for it's on this journey that happiness walks beside you. If others respect you, respect them in return. If they don't respect you, still respect them. Don't let others' actions sway the goodness of your character, for you are you, not someone else. In life, we can't control how others treat us, but we can control how we face and respond to them. Respect others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to uphold your dignity. When others show you respect, respond with gratitude. When they withhold respect, still smile, for maintaining your character preserves your deepest worth. Imagine your character as a white flower. People may carelessly throw dirt upon it, but if you stand firm, that flower retains its fragrance. Don't let someone's ugly actions turn you into a reflection of them, for in the end, what remains is not what they said, but how you lived. Keeping your soul pure and your character steadfast is the most beautiful way to affirm, I am me, unshaken by anyone else's shadow. Happiness comes when we stop complaining about difficulties. Life is a gift. People often dwell on what's imperfect: a stressful job, an unfulfilled dream, a path full of obstacles. But the more we complain, the more we miss the simple beauty around us. Difficulties are an inevitable part of life, like sudden rain on a summer day. If we only look up and curse the sky, we'll miss the fresh clarity that follows the storm. Life, after all, is a gift not perfect, but brimming with meaning. This gift holds both joy and challenges, light and shadow, teaching us to grow, to love, and to cherish. Happiness doesn't come from a life free of hardship, but from ceasing complaints, stopping comparisons, and embracing each day with gratitude. Every breath, every smile, every moment we're still here in this life is a precious piece of the gift called existence. Let go of complaints, smile, and embrace life, and you'll see happiness has always been by your side. When you're joyful, remember that this joy is not eternal. When you suffer, remind yourself that this pain won't last forever either. All emotions, whether happiness or sorrow, are but waves passing through the vast ocean of human existence. When joy arrives, smile and cherish it, but don't cling too tightly, for nothing lasts forever. Keeping calm in joy prevents arrogance and illusion. And when sorrow visits, remind yourself it's like a passing rain, soon giving way to a clear sky. Patience and faith will guide you through darkness to find light. Life is like the four seasons. Spring comes and goes. Winter's cold gives way to warm sunshine. Human emotions, too, are ever-changing, ever-flowing. Only by understanding this can we maintain a serene heart, not overly intoxicated by joy, nor despairing in sorrow, not swayed by joy, not broken by sorrow. That is the strength to live steadily amid life's impermanence. A person isn't wise because they speak eloquently. A wise person is patient and unbound by hatred or fear. Wisdom isn't in eloquent speech, polished words, or lofty philosophies. For words can be beautiful like flowers, but empty like the wind. The true measure of wisdom lies in actions, in one's way of living, in staying calm amid storms. A wise person knows hatred only burns the soul, and fear only chains the wings of freedom. They are patient, understanding that everything needs time to ripen, like a seed needs rain and sun to grow, like a river patiently shapes stone. This patience helps them navigate challenges without losing themselves. In a noisy world full of judgment, wisdom is keeping a tranquil heart, not inflated by praise, not shaken by criticism, not swayed by hatred, nor held back by fear. True wisdom isn't in speaking many fine things, but in living a serene, free, patient, and compassionate life. The secret to health in both mind and body is not to lament the past or fear the future, but to live wisely and earnestly in the present moment. True health comes not just from a strong body, but from a serene soul. People often carry two invisible burdens, the past and the future. The past brings regrets and pain, chaining us to things we cannot change. The future is heavy with worry and fear, casting shadows over the present. These burdens erode health, stealing peace from the mind and vitality from the body. Living in the present moment is to release those chains. When you eat, truly savor the meal. When you work, pour your heart into it. When with loved ones, be fully present. That is wise living, being fully in each moment, rather than letting your mind wander to what's gone or yet to come. A healthy body comes from movement, rest, and care. A healthy mind from mindfulness, awareness, and gratitude for the present. When both are in harmony, true health is achieved. Remember, the present moment is the most precious gift. Live fully in it, and you'll find both peace for the soul and strength for the body. Let go of anger, abandon pride, release attachment to material things, and forsake desires to be free from all bonds and never troubled. A guiding light illuminating the source of human suffering and the path to freedom. Anger is a fire that burns the soul's peace. Pride is a wall that separates us from humility and love. Attachment to material things leads us to chase illusions, exhausting us the tighter we hold. Desire is like a rushing river, sweeping us away in endless longing. As long as these four persist, we remain bound in a cycle of suffering. Letting them go is like a bird breaking free from its cage, soaring into the open sky. The soul becomes light and serene, no longer swayed by hatred, pride, or attachment. Freedom isn't found far away. It lies in letting go. Living without anger, pride, attachment, or desire is the path to eternal freedom and peace. The one who conquers themselves is 1,000 times greater than one who conquers 1,000 on the battlefield. A timeless truth about the true strength of humanity. On the battlefield, defeating 1,000 foes may bring fame and power, but such victories are fleeting. External enemies can be vanquished, but the enemies within greed, anger, fear, pride are the hardest to subdue. One who conquers themselves masters their thoughts, emotions, and actions. They don't let anger dictate, desire sweep them away, or fear imprison them. That is a quiet but enduring victory, one that grants freedom and peace. Imagine a mighty general who defeats countless armies, yet if they cannot control their greed or anger, they are defeated within their own soul. In contrast, an ordinary person who keeps their heart calm and mind clear is already a great hero. Defeating others proves external strength. Conquering oneself proves inner strength and eternal strength no one can take away. Our lives are shaped by our minds. We become what we think. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you sow, you will reap their fruits. If you nurture positive, trusting, and loving thoughts, your life will bloom like a vibrant garden. But if your mind is filled with pessimism, hatred, and fear, your life will wither and darken. Every thought in your mind is a brick that builds the path of your life. Think kindly, and you walk toward peace. Think negatively, and you lead yourself to a dead end. Thus, it's not external circumstances that matter most, but how we perceive and face them. Successful people aren't luckier, they believe more strongly. Happy people don't have more, they see life through grateful eyes. It all begins with a single thought. Choose your thoughts wisely, for what you think today becomes your life tomorrow. Don't sigh, stretch, and live. Mud may be under your feet, but sunshine is above your head. In life, everyone stumbles, slipping into the mud of difficulties, failures, or sorrows. But the mud is only beneath your feet. It cannot obscure the vast sky above. Sunshine is above your head, a symbol of hope, a guiding light. Just lift your head, broaden your chest, take a deep breath, and rise. Then all sadness and weariness can be swept away. Life never lacks challenges, but it also never lacks light for those who dare to look up. Mud may soil your shoes, but sunshine will dry it all. Difficulties may slow your steps, but willpower will carry you forward. Those who look up to see the sun are the ones who find the strength to step through the mud. So don't complain. Stretch and live, for though there may be mud beneath your feet, there is always sunshine above your head. Living one day is a blessing of one day, so cherish it. When I cried because I had no shoes, I discovered someone who had no feet. Each morning you wake, still breathing, seeing sunlight, hearing birdsong, that is already a great blessing. Yet people often forget this, focusing only on what they lack, comparing themselves to others, and complaining. This comparison steals the happiness that exists in every moment. When you're sad for lacking shoes, Think of those who have no feet to wear them. When you're disappointed with a simple meal, think of those who have nothing to eat. When you're weary from work's pressures, remember those who long for just one chance to work and support their families. Life is never perfect, but it's always fair in its own way. Take one thing away, and it gives you something else. True happiness doesn't come from having more, but from cherishing what you already have. Remember, as long as you live one more day, that is a blessing worth embracing with gratitude. The world doesn't belong to you, so you don't need to discard it. What you need to let go of is your attachments. All things support us, but they don't belong to us. People often suffer not from lack, but from attachment, clinging to the past, grasping at what isn't theirs, yearning for permanence. But the truth is, this world was never ours. Mountains, rivers, trees, wealth, fame, all are but passing guests. All things may nurture us, bring us comfort or joy, but they aren't ours forever. The shirt you wear today will one day wear out. The house you live in will one day belong to another. Even this body is only borrowed for this lifetime. So, what needs to be discarded is not life itself, but the attachments in your heart. When you let go of attachment, you live lighter, more serene, enjoying each moment without fear of gain or loss. The world doesn't belong to us, but in every moment, it generously offers us light, breath, and love. Simply let go of attachment, and your heart will find freedom. What you cannot attain always seems beautiful, because you understand it too little and haven't lived with it. But one day, when you understand it deeply, you'll find it's not as beautiful as you imagined. People tend to idealize what they don't have. A job you've never tried seems easy and desirable. A love you haven't touched feels romantic and eternal in your mind. A distant life seems draped in freedom and happiness. Yet, all this is merely a product of imagination. Because you haven't truly lived with it, haven't faced its flaws or shadows, you assume it's perfect. And when you finally come close and understand it, you realize it has its own gray areas, its own weariness, things you never considered. The beauty of what's unattained lies mostly in your imagination. Realizing this, you chase illusions less and cherish what you already have more. Don't endlessly pursue distant shadows. True happiness isn't in what you haven't reached, but in what you hold now. A negative thought will never lead to a positive life. Our lives are woven from the thoughts we hold each day. The mind is like a garden. If you sow negative seeds, don't expect to harvest positive fruits. A pessimistic thought can breed discouragement and erode faith. A doubtful thought can halt your steps forward. But when your mind brims with positive energy, even in tough times, you see opportunities and find a path. Thoughts are the foundation. No one can build a happy home on the shaky ground of negativity. Only by nurturing healthy, optimistic, and trusting thoughts can life reflect back its beauty.